Thank you, Provost Halloran, Chancellor Gates, President Reevely. Thank you to my colleagues in Modern Languages and Literatures, Global Studies, the Arts and Sciences Dean's Office, the Curriculum Review Steering Committee, and the Educational Policy Committee. You make working here a pleasure. Thank you to my family, to Buddy for embracing my work life so wholeheartedly, and to Alex, Sophie, and Max for being here. As a faculty member at William & Mary, it is my good fortune to study and teach Latin American literature. Like most literary scholars, I think the imagination is a powerful tool. It helps us understand why we're here. It shows us that we have choices and that where we stand matters. I have decided to use my time at the podium to speak about a literary masterpiece from Latin America, Garcia Marquez' Cien Años de Soledad, 100 Years of Solitude. It occurs to me that this book might have something to say to us today. Since its publication in 1967, 100 Years of Solitude has generated enormous interest among students and scholars. Some people read it as a family romance, others as a history of the Americas, and still others as a treatise on memory. I intend to emphasize the latter today. It's Charter Day, after all, and memory matters. But first, I should confess that I am obsessed with this book. I read it once a year and I teach it every chance I get. Somehow, whether I go looking for it or not, Cien Años' aesthetic finds its way into my work. It helps me understand why I'm here. If you're not familiar with this book, I should tell you that Garcia Marquez won a Nobel Prize for it in 1982. I should tell you that, among other things, Garcia Marquez's masterpiece is about the founding of a community, a marvelous, archetypical community which Marquez called Macondo. In my most recent reading, yesterday actually, I noted a few provocative similarities between Macondo and our community, the College of William & Mary. Macondo, as it turns out, was built near a swamp. And years before its founding, European settlers had succumbed to the heat, the humidity, and the mosquitoes there. In my most recent reading, I noted that Macondo came into being officially by colonial decree. Its residents, highly cognizant of their colonial heritage, organized elaborate celebrations to mark the moment of their birth. And finally, in my most recent reading, I noted with great interest that Macondo educated a national hero, a brilliantly creative figure whose egalitarian thinking sparked a revolution. I'm sure you get the point. It would be misleading, though, to extend the historical analogy any further. In purely historical terms, we aren't exactly the heroes of Garcia Marquez's epic tale. If you've read the part about a certain banana company, you know what I'm saying. However, on the question of memory, what we choose to remember and how we remember, the Marquezian imagination may serve us well today. It seems that his eminently human characters, the inhabitants of Macondo, suffered from serious memory problems. Oblivious to the world beyond their shores, they got trapped on occasion in the circular nostalgia of their own stories, with no apparent way out. At other times, though, the people of Macondo hit the mark well, remembering their aspirations, remembering their deeply egalitarian dreams, remembering their commitment to the public good. And in those moments, the citizens of Macondo, not unlike faculty, staff, students, and friends of the College of William & Mary, saw in each other the image of their communion. On that note, I wish you a joyful, aspirational Charter Day. It is my honor to share the moment with you.